This just in, there are some exciting new game announcements, some major gaming news, and PlayStation's newest exclusive is finally being released. I'm your host Johnny, and welcome back to This Just In Gaming. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's kick things off with some new game announcements. Aside from Capcom giving the ability to play 10 of their greatest fighting classics like Red Earth and Hyper Street Fighter 2 on modern hardware, unlike some companies that we'll get to later, one of the biggest selling points of this release is that all titles will feature online play and rollback netcode. I'm sure you've seen this phrase thrown around Twitter or any type of social media, but what exactly is it? Rollback netcode is a feature where the game attempts to predict the next input of each player. If it's accurate, the game will progress smoothly, and if not, it will adjust accordingly. All of this happens in a matter of just a few frames to make sure the overall experience is the best it can be for the players. This has been featured in a lot of new fighting releases lately, like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and the upcoming Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, so it's nice to see that it'll be included here. With these new additions, along with some quality of life improvements, you won't want to miss this when it drops this summer. The second game announcement is in the Street Fighter series, Street Fighter 6. Not much is known about this game aside from what's in the teaser trailer, so let's break it down. In the trailer, we see Ryu and Luke standing together in a brand new art style. The two prepare themselves to fight just before the trailer ends with their new and questionable logo for the game.
Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6.
That's it for Street Fighter 6. Like I said, there's not much to talk about here. However, it won't be much longer till we hear about it, as Capcom promised to share more information this summer, so keep your eyes peeled on their socials. Keeping up with the mysterious countdown website trend, we have Atlus. Their countdown ended with the reveal of the next entry in the Soul Hacker series, Soul Hackers 2. Releasing in August, you play as Ringo and her team during a war between devil summoners as they try to decrypt Destiny and save the world from the upcoming apocalypse. It is made by Atlus, so this plotline shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Soul Hackers 2 is releasing on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X and S, and PC. Fun fact, Soul Hackers 2 is skipping the Nintendo Switch when the only way to play the original is on the Nintendo 3DS. Now, this is Atlus we're talking about here, so this should be no surprise to anybody that has ever played their games. Atlus has been on a roll when it comes to their titles. Aside from this release, we are also in the middle of their year-long celebration for Persona's 25th anniversary, which is already stacked with announcements like new merchandise, the previously mentioned Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and even more to come throughout the year. On to the news. Nintendo announced that as of March 2023, you will no longer be able to make purchases on the eShop for both the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. Now, why is this a problem, I hear you ask behind the screen? Well, it's complicated. Even though both of these platforms have ended their life cycles, they also serve as the most accessible and legal way to play some of Nintendo's greatest experiences through their virtual console. This is a huge deal for people like me who love Nintendo games and want to play them on legitimate hardware. Sure, you could just emulate a lot of these titles. We here would never condone such a heinous action, of course. But the truth is, not many people are going to go through that hassle, and these games are just going to be lost to time. So you're left with 4 options. 1. Mass buy all games you want on these platforms now and enjoy. It'll get pretty expensive, but it's legal. 2. Emulate them. It's time consuming, and kind of frowned upon by Nintendo since they love to take these emulation sites down, but definitely doable if you're interested. 3. If you actually own physical copies of these games, you've got plenty of platforms to choose from. Third parties have been making devices like the Analog Pocket and the Epilogue GBA operator specifically so that you can play these classics in the best way possible, upping the resolution and display drastically. Not only that, it's legal too. Or 4. Sit with your Nintendo Switch and pray that Nintendo releases them through the Nintendo Switch Online service. It's highly unlikely that we see Nintendo backpedal on this like we saw with PlayStation last year, so all we could do now is hope their online service sees a massive expansion sometime soon. Call of Duty is skipping a year. You heard that right. In 2023, for the first time in nearly 2 decades, there will be no Call of Duty game released. This report comes from Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, saying that Treyarch's Call of Duty game, originally scheduled for 2023, is being pushed until 2024. If your immediate thought is like mine, that this was Microsoft's doing, then, well, we'd both be wrong. The report blames Call of Duty Vanguard not meeting expectations. Don't worry, COD fans, you'll still have something to look forward to. Bloomberg says that Activision is planning another free-to-play Call of Duty title for next year, which is separate from Warzone and Warzone Mobile. When asked to clarify this report, Activision did not confirm or deny the claims, saying, "We have an exciting slate of premium and free-to-play Call of Duty experiences for this year, next year, and beyond." If any of this is true, then I really hope Call of Duty 2022 is good, because if not, it is going to be a long year for Call of Duty fans. Now on to new releases. We've got a major release on the PlayStation side of gaming with Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo is back, and it's making its way to the next generation. Whether you like racing competitively or casually, collecting and tuning, or designing and photographing, Gran Turismo 7 has something for everyone. GT7 introduces both new and returning fan favorite modes like GT Campaign, Arcade, and Driving School. Buy, tune, race, and sell your way through the solo campaign or online multiplayer. And with over 420 cars available, each with their own unique handling, there's always something new to drive. Experience over 90 track routes, including classic courses from Gran Turismo history, all equipped with new dynamic weather conditions to truly immerse yourself on the road. Reviewers are enjoying it too, saying that aside from clunky menus and dull dialogue, this is the quintessential Gran Turismo experience. Strap in behind the wheel and brace yourself for Gran Turismo 7, launching on March 4th for PlayStation 4 and 5. But what if racing's not your thing? What if you're more into shooters? Well, this week also sees the release of Shadow Warrior 3. In this first-person shooter, follow the Shogun Lo Wang and his sidekick Orochi Zilla as they work towards recapturing an ancient dragon after they accidentally released it from its internal prison. Wow. Traverse new parts of this hazardous world with both your blades and bullets while using new movement techniques like air dashes, wall running, double jumping, and more. Now, this all sounds fun, but reviews are looking kind of mixed here. While critics have said the gameplay itself is a fun time, it's also the shortest entry and by far the weakest in terms of story. So be watchful of that before picking it up.
Listen, I know your experience probably differs than mine, but I am having a blast!
Get ready to explore neo-feudal Japan when Shadow Warrior 3 releases on March 1st for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Also launching day one on PlayStation Now? Does this have anything to do with the upcoming rumors of Project Spartacus? Well, that we'll just have to wait and see. And that's it for this week. How are you guys going to handle the eShop shutting down? And are you disappointed or excited that Call of Duty is taking more time for development? Make sure to let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to also like and share the video with your friends, and we'll see you guys next week.